All right, I am live, and I started this live a little bit early. It wasn't supposed to start till 8, but I'm just sitting here waiting, so I'm like, let's go ahead and just start. We won't actually play the game for a little while, so I thought I'd just jump on here a little bit early and just take any questions that you have, or just kind of talk a little bit of a Q&A. I haven't done a Q&A, just a straight out Q&A, in fact, this whole year. So if you're just jumping in, you have any questions at all, feel free to post them up. I'm gonna have I think this is the 5th FDH Game Night, and what you're gonna need on this game night is either 2 devices or 2 separate windows, and I'm gonna use a third party called Kahoot, and there's gonna be 10 questions about the last 8 FDH episodes or so, and I'm giving up about almost $1,000 worth of prizes tonight. So be ready for that, and that'll be cool. We'll start that up about 8:15, I think. So we're just gonna hang out for a little while because I was literally just sitting here staring at my screen. So I'm like, okay, let's go ahead and where am I? I'm having all sorts of technical difficulties here. I had all my windows open, and now where are they? I didn't X them out. I know I didn't X them out, but they're being stupid. There they are. So first question I got is, how is Izzy? Izzy's doing really, really well. I will say that this injury has aged her quite a bit. So she is acting where's the kid? She's acting much older at this point. She's been out on a couple of hunts. I think 3 hunts now, and she's doing great. She's doing great. She still has a little bit of a limp, but I'm happy with where she's at and how she is. I am taking it easy on her, trying to get her on hunts that are maybe just a little bit easier for her, to not stress her as much. But she's doing well. I'm really, she's an 11-year-old dog, and I'm happy. I'm happy she's still out with me. Jay Brells, how do you like the kayak? I love the kayak. I don't have any complaints with the H12 at all. Not a single one. We were using traditional layout boats for, I don't know, 5-10 years, and we kept getting different ones. And when we got the H12, I'm just thrilled with it. I'm thrilled with every single aspect of the H12. So for those of you that are just popping in here, let me tell you what we're doing. This wasn't supposed to start until 8 o'clock, but I just started up a little bit early. After 8 o'clock, we're going to do a trivia game. If you've never been to an FDH Game Night, we're going to do a trivia game. There are going to be 10 questions that you're going to have a chance to answer, and whoever answers the most correct questions correctly and as quickly as possible will be the winner. Top five point getters earn prizes, and let me run over with you what the prizes are exactly. So you can, let's see, where's that? All right, first place prize gets a 50 state Onyx maps, a HeadJak, which is an FDH HeadJak. It's part beanie, part hoodie, and it's got FDH on it. And also a 3D printed duck call from Bailey's Duck Calls, and then a Freelance Hunt Stats membership. Second place gets an Onyx map single state subscription, a HeadJak FDH beanie, and Freelance Hunt Stats. Third place just gets a HeadJak and a 3D printed duck call. Fourth place gets a 3D printed duck call, and fifth place gets a Freelance Hunt Stats membership. Now, if you want to, you can also, if you look on the live stream, if you check out the live stream there, there's a little dollar sign that says, there's a little dollar sign there. And if you want to do a super chat, every dollar that you enter goes into an opportunity to win the grand prize package. So if you put in $5, you get 5 entries. If you put in $10, you get 10 entries. So you can win prizes one of 2 different ways. Number one is you can just play the trivia game and try to get in the top 5. Number 2, or you can do both these. Number 2 is put in a super chat for whatever amount of money you want that goes directly towards helping us make better videos and better content, and just supports us. And then I will put all those names into a drawing. At the end, I will spin a wheel, and whoever's name pops up will win this prize package here. And the prize package for the super chats is about, I think, $350 if I'm not mistaken. Let me check my numbers on that. The prize package is worth $327, and the grand prize is a 50-state Onyx map subscription. That's $100. HeadJak beanie hoodie combo is $50. A TideWe pair of TideWe wader boots, which these wader boots are sweet. They're normally like about $177. Right now they're $104. Bailey's 3D duck call, $36, and then a Freelance Hump Stats lifetime membership, which I only put that as $36 value, which is 1 year, but really, if you have that for 10 years, that's like a $360 value. So the grand prize package is worth $327. All the prizes that we're giving out tonight are worth almost $1,000. So hang around for that. You just need to have 2 devices or 2 windows on your computer. Either one is fine. You can enter into that. That's going to start just after 8 o'clock. So the sponsors for tonight are Onyx Maps, HeadJak, Bailey's Game Calls, TideWe, and Freelance Hunt Stats. And I've got all those links down in the description. If you like these products, go and check those out. So let's go ahead and real quickly take a couple of questions. Hey, there's for little freaking Smash. What's up, freaking Smash? Let's see. Let's start. I'm just gonna go. If you go ahead and put in the questions now, I'm not gonna go clear up to the top. And yeah, freaking Smash. That is, you guys know who freaking Smash is. That's Simeon. He has got an Instagram account. He would love to get some follows over there. It's at Stremp with a bunch of underscores. So check him out on Instagram. He's really actually becoming a pretty accomplished guitarist, and the dude owns like 7 guitars and playing it all the time too loud. I'm like, turn it down, Simeon. Anyway, what's the update on Dan? Jeff Tucker wants. Well, Jeff, I don't know if you saw the video that I put out about where is Dan. It gives a full explanation of what's going on with Dan and why he's not around. If you just go to Freelance Duck Hunting YouTube page and look at that video, it'll give a full explanation. Mason Morris, what time zone are you in? I'm in Central. So right now it is 7:40 Central. I'm going to start about 8:10, 8:15. Jordan from Duck Gun Chronicles is going to pop in about 7:50. He's going to co-host this with me again, and so that's when we'll start it. Matthews, have you ever been on a 128 T Ascend? How's it compared to the H12? No, Matthews, I haven't. I'm only familiar with the H12. JBS Outdoors, shoot any pintails this year? I have not shot a single pintail. Now, Aiden and I take that back. Aiden and I split on a pintail hen on the hunt, harsh conditions. But other than that, I've seen a ton of pintails. I've never even had any close, honestly. Northbound Outdoors, best size shot for duck, in your opinion? We start out, actually, this year we moved to a shot size to Federal 6s during teal season. And I have never shot as good teal season. I was shooting about 70% coming out of teal season. So I will always use 6s early season. And then I moved down to 3s, Federal 3s when the mallard showed up. And then anytime that the geese are involved, I shoot Federal 2s. So I've got 6s. I'm out of my 6s now, but 6s for teal, 3 for just regular ducks, and then 2s if geese are involved. What state do you hunt in, Luca? Kansas, northeastern Kansas. Stick Time Outdoors, ever diver hunt? I love to shoot divers if they come through. And in Kansas, we really don't have that great of just diver opportunities, and we don't target them directly. But I certainly wish, if we did, I would, because I think divers are really cool. I probably wouldn't specifically hunt goldeneye, but you go, scop or redhead or even ringneck, I would specifically target them if I thought I could have a good hunt. JJ Martinez wants to know how to play. So let me reset this again. The game will actually start in about 30 minutes from now. I came on here a little bit early just because I just wanted to chat and I was bored. So I was like, let's just start this up early. So the game will start at about 8:10ish, 8:15. And I'm going to direct you to a website called Kahoot. So you either need to format 2 screens on your computer or 2 devices. And I will give you a code to put into. You'll go to kahoot.it. I'll put it up. It'll be real easy. You'll go over there. You'll log in. And then the questions will appear on my screen. And then you will answer them on your screen. So that's why you need 2 devices. And we've got just under $1,000 worth of stuff we're handing out today from Onyx Maps, TideWe, Bailey's Game Calls, HeadJak, Freelance Hunt Stats, which is my website, and I think I said Onyx Maps. Really, really cool to be partnering with Onyx Maps. I've talked to them quite a bit. We may have some more things in the future with them, but really pumped to be partnering with Onyx Maps on this. So, and you can win 2 different ways. You can play the trivia game, and top 5 players will win something. And I'll go over those prizes again in a little bit. Or if you want to try to go for the grand prize package, the little $ down there, it's a super chat. If you click on the super chat and you donate $10, you get 10 entries into the grand prize drawing. If you put in $100, you get 100 entries. And the grand prize package is worth about $330. So if you want to try the super chat, put in, $1, $2, whatever. I'd at least throw a few dollars at it. I would, because it's worth it. $325. No one's put it in yet. And other questions. What color is the HeadJak? Matthews, the HeadJak, if you snow goose hunt or if you hunt snow and ice, it's going to be perfect because it's a white. Let me have Nevin bring it. Hey, Nevin, go into my closet and get the white HeadJak. I meant to grab it. So I'm going to use it for any snow hunting, river hunting, ice hunting, and snow goose hunting. It's all white, and it's got FDH on it in gray and Freelance duck hunting down the sleeve. It's pretty cool, and I'll show you that in a second. But it's white. Let's see. Ever think of doing a pheasant hunt, John? John, actually, I grew up doing a bunch of pheasant hunting and quail hunting. In fact, all the way up until I was about 19. We pheasant hunted, quail hunted, prairie chicken hunted, and my uncle ran Brittany Springer Spaniel. So we have a lot of upland game hunting in our background. But once I started waterfowl hunting, that's all I want to do. If I could ever, once I retire and I have 7 days a week to do whatever I want, I will do more pheasant hunting. But if I still work full time. So being as though I work full time, I'm not going to give up any weekends for pheasant hunting. In my closet hanging up. How are the Jaden Dixon? How are the ducks moving, going where you are? There's plenty of ducks around. I think they're getting a little bit stale. I haven't been out since last Saturday, but reports are they're a little bit stale. We got a cold front coming in on Sunday, so I'm hunting Friday and Saturday. I think there's still birds to get on, even though they're stale. I think there's birds to get on. Stick time outdoors. Also, any mounts? Well, we have a sponsor at the Duck Gun Podcast named Sportsman Taxidermy, and they're out of Belton, Missouri, and he is going to mount several of my birds this year. And I've got a little freaking smash Simeon shot, a widgeon, a storm widgeon that we're probably going to mount, and then we've got 2 gadwall that are just absolutely beautiful. If you guys follow me on Instagram, I put up a picture on Saturday or Sunday of a gadwall that I've never seen before. It's got this clear defined line on its head, and it actually had a little bit of iridescent purple on its head, which apparently I did some research on it. And if gadwall get really, really old, they'll start to get some purplish on their head. This bird is beautiful. So right now I've got a goose mounted, I've got a ringneck mounted, I've got a prairie chicken mounted, and I've got a 6-pound fish I caught up in the sandhills. Jeff's asking for the definition of stale. Stale birds are when they've been in the area a long time and they know exactly where people are hunting and where people aren't hunting. They become very, very wary and very, very gun shy. And man, they just look and look and look before they'll come into your spread because they've been shot at so much. When they move to a new area, they're feeling out the area. They don't know where the hunters typically are. They don't know where it's safe. So they're a lot easier to decoy. So stale birds are the birds who've just been in the area a long time. How many mounts do you have? I think I just went over that one. What state would you like to hunt? What state would I like to hunt? Everyone always says Arkansas with the timber, so I guess I'd want to do that. Honestly, I'm blessed. You'll see I've got a hunt coming out, a video coming out either tomorrow or Friday. I haven't decided. Where the cool thing about Kansas is that we've got prairie marshes, we've got timber marshes, we have a little bit of everything. I love this state. I love Nebraska. Anywhere in the Central Flyway, I would never want to move off the Central Flyway. I would have no problem living in Nebraska, South Dakota, North Dakota, but I wouldn't want to deviate off of the Central Flyway, I don't think. I just love the area. I just love the area. Is the redhead kayak blind worth the money? Yes, Jabrels. It's worth every single penny. It's just people overlook the need to get fully hidden. And if you're not finishing a lot of birds at 15 to 20 yards, that's probably the problem. And the redhead blind attachment is worth way more than what it's worth its weight in gold. Now there are I've seen some homemade versions of it, but it's only like $100. It is worth every single dime. Northbound Outdoors, ever field hunt ducks? I have been on one duck field hunt. Fumblements has been on a little bit more than that, but the problem with field duck hunts is a couple things. Number one, takes a lot more intensive scouting, which I don't have the time to do. And number two, I love being around the water. And I love the environment of marshes and rivers. Now, a good field hunt, no doubt, is extremely fun. And I've been on goose field hunts, but I would do it, absolutely do it. But I certainly would never trade it to be my full-time thing, because there is something for me that I really enjoy the environments of marshes, lakes, rivers versus an ag field that has been planted. I just much enjoy that environment, but I would certainly like to do more of it for sure. Lucas Galloway asks, what time is the game starting? That's a great time for me to segue. We are going to start the game at about 8:10 or 8:15. And I just jumped on a little bit early just for the heck of it. Right now it is 7:48 Central Time. So we're going to be starting it in about 25 minutes. And I have got 4 different sponsors, 5 if you include myself. Onyx Maps is handing out 2 50-state subscriptions and one state subscription. TideWe is donating. I've been wearing those TideWe waders, which I really like. But they're donating a pair of wader boots, which I've got a pair of these. Actually, I gifted him to Fumbles, and he loves them. They're about $100, worth $100. They're really, really cool. Bailey's Game Calls, they do a 3D printed duck call. He donated 3 of those. And HeadJak, I've got the HeadJak right here. So here's the HeadJak, and it is white. It's super cool. This one has a white FDH on it. The other one, actually, the one you guys will get will have gray on it. And it's got a fixed beanie on the top, and then it's just a hoodie. I'm going to wear this for snow goose hunting on the ice. That's about a $50 value. I think I got them all. Let me check to make sure that I've got them all here, because I don't want to leave anyone out. Onyx Maps, TideWe, Bailey's Game Calls, HeadJak, Freelance Hunt Stats, which is myself, which if you guys have not, if you have not created your Freelance Hunt Stats account, and if you have any questions or comments about Freelance Hunt Stats, I will field those questions or comments right away at the beginning of it. Any things that I've learned or anything. But if you have not created your Hunt Stats account, I would suggest you go to Freelance Hunt Stats and you do that, because I'll tell you, my own personal use, like I said at some of the beginning of the videos, I created this website. It's been a dream of mine before I ever did YouTube videos. It was a dream of mine, just like a fictional dream, because I didn't think it would ever be able to get done. Just like, man, wouldn't that be cool? Wouldn't that be cool? And then through some of the fan funding and just some of the YouTube revenue, I've been able to put it into Freelance Hunt Stats. And man, it is so much fun. It is so much fun to have that site. So if you have not done that, do so. If you're into that. JBS Outdoors, cook any more breakfast burritos in the morning? No, because Dan hasn't been with us. He is the master of the breakfast morning burrito. So no, I have not. Let's see. You going to do another river survival weekend again this summer, along with turkey hunting again, Brian? Yes. Well, I don't know if we're going to do a river survival. We're talking about I'm just formulating the idea of a duck hunting survival. Now, this won't happen this year. This will happen next year. And my idea with a duck hunting survival video is we take the big boat. I know where we would go. We take the big boat way back into this area that's pretty expansive. And then we put our kayaks on top of the big boat. And from there we say, okay, we're not using the big boat for 3 days, and we can only eat what we hunt and gather. And so I've got that in my mind. JR how do we find you on Kahoot? JJ Martinez, I will, once the game starts, I will certainly put that up, and you'll see it. It'll be very simple. Don't worry about it. We're just not there yet. You can't find me right now because I haven't presented that information to you, but I certainly will do so. And Freaking Smash says, I'm down with coming along on a survival video. Yeah, old Simeon may have to come on one. We'll see. But the river one, if we don't do a river survival this year, which if you guys have never seen our survival trips, honestly, those are some of my favorite videos. I've got a video where Dan builds a raft and floats down the Missouri River, and we've got 2 survival videos. Those 3 videos, if I were just to rank my favorite videos of all time, all 3 of those videos would go right top of the list. And they don't get that many views because they're not duck hunting and they're off season. But if you go into my playlists or just the videos, you can probably find it pretty easy. They are pretty darn good. Any idea if the redhead kayak blind will fit a marsh rat layout boat? Jeff, is it 12 foot? If it's not 12 foot, I don't think that it will. Hey, there we go. Stephen Moore, $1. Stephen is the only person who has entered for the grand prize. If you guys want to enter for the grand prize package, which is, hey, look who it is. What's up, Jordan?
What up?
If you guys are wanting to enter for the grand prize package, hit that little $ there, and every single dollar that you put in will be 1 entry to win the prize package. And then at the end of the game, I'll put everyone's dollar into a wheel, and we'll spin the wheel. And if your name pops up, then you'll win that $330 prize package. So it's a 50-state Onyx map subscription. It's a HeadJak. It's a Bailey's 3D game call. It's an awesome pair of TideWe wader boots. It's a membership to Freelance Hunt Stats, a lifetime membership to Freelance Hunt Stats. So go ahead and hit that super chat. Get your name in the drawing if you want, and get yourself lined up for that. Now, if you want to wait to see if you win the Kahoot contest, that's fine too. So Jordan, have I even told you about who's all sponsoring this one?
Now you might as well run through the run through again.
Okay. And for all those of you probably know who this is. This is Jordan Fromer. He is the creator of Duck Gun Chronicles, and also he and I have teamed up for a podcast called the Duck Gun Podcast, which airs twice a week. If you have never checked out any of these podcasts, go to iTunes, Google Play. When I'm listening to it, I listen to it during my plan time at school, sometimes just as I'm working. And I typically just Google search it and go into Podbean and listen to it there. Is normally how I consume it. So what time does the grand prize end? Jaden says. Jaden, we will do the Kahoot game in about 20 minutes. We'll do the Kahoot game. After the Kahoot game, we will do the grand prize drawing. So the game will take about a half an hour. So somewhere around 8:30, 8:45 is when we'll spin that wheel. After the game is over, I'll give you plenty of opportunity to hit that super chat button and put your name in for it. So again, with the super chat button, it's that little $ right there. And every dollar that you enter is 1 name that goes into the bucket. So, like on a raffle, if you put in $5, your name goes in 5 times. That's basically how it is. And so that's how it works. Let me run down I'll run down the sponsors for you, and I will run down also what the different prize packages are, and then we can answer a few more questions. So where is it? Oh man, I got so many browser windows up. I'm toggling back and forth. Okay, so here's the grand prize package. If your name is drawn from spinning the wheel, you will get a 50-state Onyx map subscription, which is worth $100. You will get a HeadJak hoodie beanie combo, which is right here. I've got one right here. Like I said, this is phenomenal. I can't wait to use this for snow goose hunting. And it's got FDH printed on it. And the one you'll get has gray on it. Scott and I were messing around with what kind of looked best. And then it says Freelance Duck Hunting down the sleeve. It's a really cool product. That's $50. TideWe wader boots, those are worth $105. Bailey's game call, duck call is $36. And then a Freelance Hunt Stats lifetime. I put 36 as the value, but actually if you use it for 10 years, that's going to be like $300 worth of value. So I've got the grand prize package totaling at $327. Make sure if you like any of these items and you don't win them, in the description, you'll find links to all the sponsors, HeadJak, Onyx Maps, TideWe, Bailey's Game Calls, Freelance Hunt Stats. Okay, so let me run through the Kahoot real quick. Again, you need 2 windows or 2 devices. First place winner gets a HeadJak, 50-state Onyx Map subscription for a year, 3D printed duck call, and a lifetime membership to Freelance Hunt Stats. That's for first place. Second place will get a single-state Onyx Maps, a HeadJak, FDH beanie hoodie combo and a lifetime membership to Freelance Hunt Stats. Third place will get a HeadJak and a 3D printed duck call. Fourth place gets a 3D printed duck call, and fifth place gets a Freelance Hunt Stats membership. So, I'm talking fast. How's it going today, Jordan?
It's going good.
After the hunt you had, I bet you've been walking on clouds today, huh?
Oh yeah, it felt pretty good.
There we've got a couple more entries going in for the subscription. I want to make sure that, hey, Nevin, come here. I got to holler to my son because he's the one that's keeping track of who's putting that money in there, and he's not out here to keep track of it. So you smashed him this morning, huh?
Yep. 6-man limit of mallards and 5 geese as well.
And were they just in your face, or?
Yeah, they were working in, and so yeah, I mean it was crazy. It's one of those rare times where they're just working like super well, just cupping right in there. Like even we got done with our limit, and it was like we could have shot 2 limits each. You know, it's one of those kind of days, and we got done. We're waiting for geese. And no joke, we had like 100 come in and 50 at a time, like all maple leafed all together. And came right into the decoys, and half of them sat down. We're already done. We're done with our limits, and it's just like cool to watch. And we're like, you know what? We need to get out of here so we can hunt this again. Just screw waiting for the geese. Let's just
good footage.
Get out of here. Yep.
Awesome.
So it'll be awesome. Yeah.
I can't wait to see him. Which ones didn't you get, Nevin? Nevin's trying to get these in here. I'm trying to get the. Well, tell me when you got it. Nevin's trying to keep track of the super chats so that we can put them into the wheel to see who wins that. So we're going to start this up in about 10-15 minutes once we let a bunch of more people get in here. I was literally just sitting on my couch, and I'm like, I kind of just want to get on and run my mouth. As if I don't have enough opportunity to that on the podcast. All right, let's see. You got those? Ed and John each put in $1. Christoph. All right. Locked In Outdoor says, what's the game pin? I'm sorry if it's posted. I have not set up the game pin yet for the Kahoot. So when we start it, I will screen share for you what you need for the game pin and everything. And it'll be very, very easy. So if you're like, how do I get into this? How do I log in? Don't worry about it. In about 10 minutes, we've got about 70 people in here now. In about 10 minutes. Thank you, Kyle and Adam. Appreciate it. You're both entered. I'll go through the instructions again. We'll throw up the Kahoot, and we'll get it going. Speaking of throwing up, did I tell you what happened how I vomited on the way to the hunt the other day? Did I tell you that?
Nope.
Oh my gosh. I was driving to meet Golden Boy, and this hunt will probably go up on Monday. I'm just editing it now. And I had like some phlegm in my throat, and it was so bad. I go through this like hacking, like uncontrollable hacking, to the point where I'm like, oh my gosh, am I going to be able to breathe if this continues? It was bad. Have you ever coughed so much that you start sweating?
I don't know.
Oh, I did. I started sweating, right? So I roll down the window because I'm just hacking so much that I'm sweating. Next thing you know, my coughing gagged me, and I'm like vomiting profusely out the window at 55 miles an hour going down the highway.
I think I would have slowed down a little bit.
Well, it was all of a sudden. It wasn't like one of those, here it comes, here it comes. It was just like, boom. It was terrible. In fact, I haven't washed my truck yet. You can still see it.
As long as it's not on the inside and doesn't reek.
No, it's not. It was disgusting, though. It was disgusting. Let's see if we can get a couple more questions. Let's see. Any more questions? Did I miss any? Is the assassin in here tonight? The assassin's here. Actually, the assassin, Pop Pie, who's my mom, and a bunch of my relatives are watching as we speak on their theater screen at my sister's house, which is where we're going for Thanksgiving tomorrow. I just got a text from Scott, who is he is the creator of HeadJaks, and he wants to donate an extra HeadJak. So we will put that. Let's see, where are we going to put that? So HeadJak's going to give away 4 instead of 3. So let's see, where will that go into the prize package? I already have one in the grand prize. Let's put that. We're going to put that in the 4th place. So 4th place winner will now get a HeadJak as well. And so 3rd and 4th have the same prizes, HeadJak and duck call. And then 5th place is good. So thank you so much, Scott. And again, if you want to check out these HeadJaks, they're really cool. The thing that's so nice about the HeadJaks is, number one, I'm always getting hot when I go in hunting, and I'm always taking off my beanie and just throwing it around. Well, you have an attached one. If you get hot, you can just flip it off. That's really good. The other one is that as you move your head, since it's attached, instead of a hoodie, you kind of get that peripheral vision problems in your hoodie sometimes, and with the HeadJak, you don't get that, which is really nice as well. So make sure you guys go and check that out. HeadJak.com. Have you ever killed a banded bird? Bottomland Diction. I have 2 mallards. One was banded in Saskatchewan, and one, strangely enough, one was banded in Pennsylvania, which is odd that it migrated clear into the Central Flyway. So those are my 2 bands. Golden's got a couple geese. These local geese around here seem to get banded quite a bit. So Golden Boy's got quite a bit of those. Iowa Plainsman wants to know, how did my mom get the nickname Pot Pie? I don't know. Do you know? Maybe she just eats a lot of pot pies. I don't know. I don't know.
You just have no.
Yeah, some of my nicknames just have. I don't have a nickname for you yet, Jordan. I think it has to do something with getting stuck in the mud. Mud dog. You be the mud dog. How do I get one of those shirts you got on? I would love to have one of those shirts.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I got links for that. You can buy them.
All right, let me rephrase that question. How can you give me a free one of those shirts? Just play. I'm just teasing. I'm just being cheap. Maybe we can do a swap.
Yeah, maybe.
Swap of some kind, because you got connections over there. All right, I see other questions about how do you win? How do you know who wins the prizes? So let me run through that again. But before I do that, a couple more. Preston says, how are the 3D printed duck calls? Jordan, what do you think about Bailey's game calls 3D printed duck calls?
Pretty sweet.
Yeah, I didn't know what to expect when I got them, and I was happy with it. I was happy with it.
I'm excited to try out the wood duck call. Never used one, and he's got a pretty sweet wood duck call there. And
it sounded great when he did it last night. We just had him on the podcast last night.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
It hasn't posted yet, but we recorded it.
Very, I'll say it's very interesting to see a different style of calls coming into the market, and I'm very interested to see kind of how that plays out.
Yeah, me too. I'm excited. He's gonna send me a goose call. I'm really excited about that, for sure. So here's how you win and know if you're winning. First of all, if you want to be entered into the grand prize package, which is worth $330, that little $ down there, it's a super chat. Every dollar that you donate is 1 entry. So $1 is 1 entry, $10 is 10 entries, so on. After the trivia game, we will put all the names into a wheel and spin it. And if your name comes up, you will earn that entire package. Now, the trivia game here in just a little bit, we'll start up, I think, in 8 to 10 minutes real soon. And I will present a screen to you, and it'll show you. You go to kahoot.it. You just put in the code that I put up, write your YouTube name that you're using in the code, and then you're going to need either 2 devices or 2 screens. So if I was doing it on my PC, I would separate into 2 screens, so that on one screen you can see my screen, so that you can see what the questions are, and I'll read the questions. And on the other screen, you can answer the questions. And each question, there's 10 questions about FDH videos. And each one of those is, oh, Nevin, here's this one. Each question you get, if you get it right, you get a certain number of points, or if you do it faster, you get a certain number of points. So it's not just getting them correct, it's also doing so quickly. And at the it'll rank you from 1 to whatever, and the top 5 point getters are going to be the winners. And so number 1 will get the best set of prizes, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. And you've got some grid lines on your screen for some reason.
Yeah,
it doesn't really bother me, but man, it's bugging Pot Pie. Well, thank you, Adam. Adam, statistically speaking, Adam has the greatest chance of winning the grand prize because he put in $5.
Nice. Yeah, I think these grid lines will go in a second.
I'm not worried about it.
Okay.
It's making Popeye mad though. Don't mess with her.
Speaking of pot pie, is it all right to talk about anything right now, or
Yeah,
you
whatever
got?
you want, man. Whatever you got.
So, a couple or I guess around a year ago, somebody made us a homemade pot pie, and I'm always looking for different recipes to try for duck. I'm like, man, it would be awesome to try duck pot pie.
Yeah, it would. Have you looked for the recipes?
No, but I just thought of it right now since we're talking about pot pie.
Yeah,
Add it to my list.
Popeye is delicious. My wife put duck in this tortilla soup kind of thing. It was really delicious. I've been shooting so many ducks this year. She has been cooking duck like crazy. She's made Philly cheesesteak sandwiches twice. So I'm gonna get her to make Southwest egg rolls when you're here. She made those for Drake and Clayton, and those are unbelievably good. It's like corn and I don't know what all she puts in there, but it's awesome. It's really good.
Sounds good.
Texas Outdoors, what species of ducks do you typically shoot? Right now, I've shot more blue-winged teal than anything, but on a given season, mallards normally number one, blue-winged teal and green-winged teal, and then gadwall, and everything else trickles down. But mostly mallards, blue and green-winged teal are the bulk of it. All right, so we're gonna get this going. We're gonna start it officially at 8:15, I think. We're gonna officially start at 8:15. So hang in there, guys. We got 78 people. I would love to hit that 100 mark. And go ahead and if you want, get your super chat. At least throw $1 in there. So it's fun. You $327 worth of stuff, and all that money goes to help us produce what we're doing. And I haven't talked to you about this yet, Jordan. I'm going to be doing a fundraiser for in fact, I've already done the video. I just don't have it done yet for this place called Whole Family Care. They help like single moms get off their feet, and they do free childcare, and it's really, really cool. And I'm hoping maybe we can do something like that through the podcast where we do a little bit of a fundraiser,
Cool,
type of a thing. And I would love to have the owner and operator of that on for like a 15-minute segment just to talk about it and see how we can give back, what kind of money we can raise. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Have you had a bad problem with skybusters this year? Says John. Actually, we have every single hunt. I don't think we've been crowded by people a single hunt. The places that we've been hunted this year, we have just been away from everybody. So I can't remember a single hunt where anyone even got on my nerves at all. So, and Nate Skate, thank you so much for the $1 donation. We're going to start the trivia game in 6 minutes. We still have people. The live stream's still growing. I officially put it out at 8 o'clock. So we're going to start in 5 minutes. I'm going to give the explanation again. I'm going to give the sponsors a shout out again. And I want to thank those sponsors very much. I appreciate that for what you're doing. So we couldn't do this without the sponsors for sure. Thank you, Trophy Husband Outdoors. There's another $2. So some of the super chats are starting to come in. And last time, I don't see Brandon Titus here. This guy named Brandon Titus, which I say this guy, he's been around the videos. And, some people comment on your videos so much, you just kind of feel like, yeah, I know that guy. I know he is. And I think he's over there on Duck Gun podcast Facebook page. If you guys haven't not joined the Duck Gun podcast Facebook page, you might want to do that as well. But man, he won, I think, about something like $350 worth of stuff last time. He won and won and won and won and won and won. So he killed it.
It's the Facebook page is Fellowship of the Duck Gun.
Oh, thank you. Fellowship of the Duck Gun. Got it wrong. All right, we got about 4 more minutes and we're gonna be going. We got 86 people. It'd be great if we could break 100. I know one game, I think the most people we've ever actually had play the game was about 53. So hopefully we can break that tonight. So when's your next hunt, Jordan?
Going out in the morning.
Same place?
No. We'll probably let that rest a little bit. I mean, there was a lot of birds, but it's on a private farm. It's a farm pond, so it's not like we have to worry about somebody else rolling into that spot. The only thing we do have to worry about is with the weather. We're supposed to warm up a little bit and get kind of rainy. And when it gets rainy, the birds seem to spread out into the fields. And right now they're pretty condensed to where we can hunt them. So
Yeah. Yeah. Are you guys getting that front Sunday coming through?
It's supposed to be a cold front?
Yeah.
I hadn't looked too far. All I know is that this weekend on Friday and Saturday it's supposed to jump up to the 40s and be rainy.
Yeah. Sunday, a cold front's coming in. And then from that point for the foreseeable future, pretty much all the marshes are going to be locked up around here, which is the temperatures we're getting. I love because I like it when the marshes are frozen, but the lake coves are not frozen. And that's
Mm,
about what we'll get when we get a lot of like 1920s. And also I'm really excited about that. See how that goes.
nice. Yeah, it looks like we are getting that, but it's not till Monday.
Yeah. Well, Saturday night's not supposed to be too bad here, but then during the day it's supposed to just blow north like mad all Sunday. So I think we're just gonna miss that front because I think we're gonna hunt Friday and Saturday. And thank you, Martinez, for the donation. And I may actually go to flooded corn. I have not. We've got two massive, expansive flooded corn spots, and I haven't hunted them yet. So I'm thinking I may actually be doing a solo Friday. So I may go to the flooded corn just blind and see how that is.
Nice.
Yeah, I can't. I've never hunted flooded corn before, and there's two huge fields. I got to do it.
When you hunt multiple days in a row, what's like your turnover rate, or not turnover rate, but like time? Because I know for me, it really puts me like kind of tight on time because I come home, I gotta unload memory cards, recharge batteries, and then when they're done, put all your batteries back in and and set up your cameras and
Yeah. I don't know what my time is. I know on those hunts, I try to be really careful to keep all my stuff organized. Thank you so much, Matthews. I try really hard to keep all my stuff organized during the hunt. So when I get home, the amount of organization that I have to do is very, very minimal. Because that's what gets me. It's like reorganizing everything. And especially if like you're layout mode hunting where it's wet, then it really sucks because now you're drying stuff. But I've got enough batteries and stuff that the recharging doesn't take all that long. Because I've got quite a few extra batteries for everything. So, and my GoPro stuff charges really quickly. So I just got two new expansion packs on the back and they charge in like an hour. And they charge fast. They charge fast. You guys, in 1 minute, we're going to get this going. So we got 91 viewers here. The game starts in 1 minute, John. So hang on there. As soon as I see that 8:15 hit, I'm going to go through the rules again. I'm going to go through the sponsors again, and then we're going to get it rolling. So yeah, it's 8:15. I got 8:14 on my clock. So when it hits that 15, we're going to roll. I don't know. I tried to put these questions together today. I hope they're okay. I wanted them to be a little bit easier. Some of the times the questions we've had have been really hard. So I wanted them fairly easy because I didn't put out a playlist this time ahead of time. All right, so it's 8:15. So here's how this is going to work. In just a moment, I'm going to screen share. And Jordan, what did I need to do to make sure that you're not on the screen share that doesn't keep popping?
you just click on
Click on my thing and hit present to everyone on mine. Okay. You are hidden, I believe. So I'm going to give you a screen and it's going to be kahoot.it. And the screen that I show you is going to have a code on it. You will put in that code and then put in your YouTube name and you'll be registered to play. And I'll give about 5 minutes for everyone to get signed up. And so you're going to need at least 2 screens or 2 devices. So I would probably have side-by-side screens on mine, but if you just have a phone, it might be kind of difficult because on one screen you're going to see the screen that I'm presenting to you that shows the question, and on the other screen is where you're going to answer the question. So you'll have 4 boxes to answer. I'll read the question, you hit the correct one. The people who get it right and the people who answer it the quickest get more points. So there's 10 questions total, and at the end of those 10 questions, the top 5 point getters are going to win different prizes. Brandon Titus. There's Brandon Titus, the big winner. Oh my gosh, dude killed it last time. All right, so here are the prizes that we're gonna get for these 5 winners on this. Where is it? All right, first place, you'll get 50 state Onyx map subscription, which is worth $100. A HeadJak, FDH HeadJak beanie hoodie combo that's worth $50. 3D printed duck call that's $35, and then Freelance Hunt Stats lifetime membership that 1 year of that's $36. So if it's lifetime, it's a month. Second place gets a single state Onyx Maps subscription. I think those are about $50. A HeadJak, FDH beanie, and a Freelance Hunt Stats. Third place is a HeadJak and Duck Call. Fourth place is a HeadJak and Duck Call. And fifth place is a Freelance Hunt Stats membership. So those are the 5 places, that 5 first through fifth, that we're going to be trying to go. So let's go ahead and get this thing rolling. And I need to, all right, let's go ahead and share my screen. And I'll go right over to, if I can. And hopefully you'll be able to see this. No, team mode. All right, go to Kahoot.it. Where's the code? Why isn't it giving them the code? There we go. There's the code. There's the code. So that is the code that you go to Kahoot.it, put in that game pin. Is that showing up okay for you, Jordan?
Yep.
Oh, I need to get on my phone so I can see what the chat board is doing too. You could log into it if you don't see it. Okay, I'll go to it here. Got 6 people in, and I'm just going to give it enough time for everyone to put it in there. Jordan, can you see the chat menu from where you're at?
You mean like how many teams are coming in?
Just people. Like the chat board on the YouTube chat board.
Oh yeah, I can.
If anyone has any questions.
All right.
I can't see it right now. I need to get it. I forgot. I normally use my phone for that, and I just forgot. We're up to 38 people. Go ahead and get in. We'll give them a little bit of time here. This is going to be awesome. It's going to be cool. Unfortunately, guys, every now and then there's a glitch on this system and people fall off. Hopefully that won't happen to you. It doesn't happen that often. Every now and then it does. And I ran it a little bit different. I ran it in team mode this time, which gives a natural 15-second delay because I was told there was some lagging last time. So I think that'll take care of that. Got 41 people. So you're hunting tomorrow morning, Thanksgiving morning?
Yep.
Who's all going on that?
Just me and Dad.
Oh, that'll be nice. That'll be cool.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully, I hope so.
It's supposed to rain all morning here on Friday, and I actually like it when it does that because a lot of people just stay home.
Nice.
Oh, Jeffrey asked, when are we going to check out the honey hole that we call Pelican? Jeffrey, it is dry this year. There's a little bit of water in that honey hole, but it's mostly dry. It just barely didn't flood. We're up to 50. I think 53 is the record. Let's get above 53. Guys, get in there. I'll give you a chance. I'll give you some time, and we'll get her rolling. We're at 53 right now. One more to break the record.
Ben Baker asked what the game name.
I'm
not sure what that
refers
to.
It's called FDH Game Night 11/21/18. But all you have to do is go to Kahoot.it and put in the pin that you see on the screen here. You shouldn't need it. Okay, JJ Martinez. If you see my screen shows the pin. So what you need to do on a secondary window or a secondary device is go to Kahoot.it. When you go to Kahoot.it, you will be able to put in this pin and it'll put you right into it. Hopefully that'll help. We'll give you a little bit of time.
Is that for JJ?
That is for JJ. And Nate Skate says mine just says heads up, check your name on screen. Yeah, that's cool. That's you just waiting. We got 51. We keep going between 51 and 53. We got to break that 53, guys. We got 87 people in here. We got there. Oh, there we go. 54, 55. Keep it going. Come on. Ben, Texas Outdoors, 09 Kent, 55. Let's see if we can get 60. As long as those numbers are bumping, I'm going to give people plenty of time to get in. I don't want to leave anyone out on this deal. And we're at 57. And we got 87 people in the chat. So still some people working on it. But Jeffrey was asking about our honey hole pelican. I'm actually glad to. I don't want to hunt it every single year. I don't want people trying to sniff around to where that thing is. I'm glad to give it a year of rest. But we have so many spots that we hunt. It's like, and a lot of the criticism I get is from local guys of, well, you're showing it off. People are going to find it. But it's like, if you watch the videos, how many times do you see us hunting the same place twice? I mean, very seldomly. Very seldomly. Well, last year we did hit that pelican a whole lot, but we got a lot of spots. Yeah, Jeffrey, we're talking about the same place. It's Pelican. I know what you're talking about. All right, we're holding at 57. I'm going to give it about 30 more seconds. If that number stays there, then I'm going to start it. I don't want to leave anyone out. Maybe we just had another one jump in. Will, I'm not sure what you meant by that comment, but all right, I think I'm gonna go ahead and start it. Wow, another person popped in. Give another 15 seconds. I don't want to leave anyone out. Dead plump trout. Marsh rat. I bet you that's my buddy. Marsh rat outdoors. It's Locked In Outdoors. You need to check out Locked In Outdoors videos. They're really, I talked to them on Instagram last night, and they're Kansas guys too. I really from watching just a couple of their videos like those guys and their videos quite a bit. All right, I think we're ready to go. Here we go. So I will read the question. Make sure you answer it quickly and as quickly as you can to earn yourself points. Here we go. "2018 hunt number 8, lofty expectations. Who acted like a jerk and had to apologize?" Who acted like a jerk and had to apologize? Was it Fumbles, me, Elliot, Golden Boy, or Simeon did it? Simeon did it. I've got a funny story about how the phrase Simeon did it. I'll have to tell you sometime. Who acted like a jerk? No, I'll give you a hint. It wasn't one of my better moments. You ever treated your dad like a jerk, Jordan?
I don't think so.
Never? You've never been a jerk to your dad, really?
Maybe he'd be better at answering that one than me. I don't know.
Yes, I was a jerk. 15 people thought that Fumblemitz was the jerk. He's never a jerk. I'm the jerk, guys. Get it right. Right. There is the top 5. But right now, those 5 people are in line to win. Let's go to the next one. 2018 hunt number 9, harsh conditions. What made the morning trip to the marsh so difficult? That was when Aiden and myself went in the dark. It was a long walk. We got lost. We were paddling our boats into a strong north wind. Our boat ran out of gas. What made the morning trip to the marsh, into the marsh, so difficult for us? And look at that beautiful bird. Oh my gosh, that widget is beautiful. I'm gonna have to ask your dad about you not ever being a jerk. I wasn't a bad jerk that morning. It's like I didn't like berate him. It's just like when I'm in the biggest zone of being a jerk is when ducks are flying and I repetitively have to get up. That's when I get so stressed out, like first light. Mm-hmm. Have you ever been a jerk to your wife, Jordan?
Maybe so.
Come on, man. You have to. Come on. You're making me look bad. All right, here's the top 5. All right. There's the winners so far. Question 3. 2018 hunt number 10. Which FDH boy shot his first coot? Was it Nevin, Simeon, Elijah, or Penelope? Who shot his first coot? Oh, we did a taste test with this coot versus a green wing teal, and I've got the video in queue. I just haven't quite Don't know when I release it.
Mm. I can't imagine it tasted great.
It's not bad. Not bad. Well, the problem is it's so little meat. I overcooked it just a little bit, and the teal I didn't overcook, so it did have a little bit more gamey taste. But if you mixed it in with some teal, no one would ever know the difference.
Mm. So if you had the chance, you'd shoot your 15.
No, no, they just don't. No, they're just so lame. It's Nevin. That was old Nev. We got a little bored, man. That's that. We got hammered for shoot. That's that one guy was like never gonna watch the channel again because I let my son water swat a coot. Okay. Ooh, Zach Iowa Plainsman hops into 4th spot. Question number 4. Cunt 11, how to suck at duck hunting. What type of food did I spill on myself? Was it Chef Boyardee, Campbell's soup, or baked beans? What did I spill on myself? I actually had another spill Saturday. Like every time.
Just as long as you don't burn through your waders again.
Well, they are leaking now. I will say that. I made it through 12 hunts. Because Corn's Pond has all those. I don't know if you guys have those trees. They're like, I don't know what they're called, hawthorn trees or what they are, but they have like thick needles all over them, like thorns all over the trees in the ground.
That's not good.
Yeah, so my waders are leaking. Baked beans it is. Oh, Zach's up to 3rd now. John Christoph, all right.
I think you probably got a lot of people with Chef Boyardee.
I know. Well, if you'd watched the video, you'd know. You got to watch them. Spilled baked beans all over me, but it landed right on my TideWe and I could scoop them back in. So I didn't actually lose that many baked beans. But that huge can of baked beans about halfway through, oh, it did not taste so good. I don't think it's meant to be like the main meal.
No, I don't think those are like 1-serving cans either.
Hunt 11, how to suck at duck hunting. What beautiful and mountable duck was shot this day? That was on my how to suck at duck hunting day. Was it a mallard, a widgeon, a gadwall, or a redhead? I should have put the picture of it on the screen. I like to do that, help people out. I shot, one of my, I've got 3 birds I want to mount now.
You're going to need to get another wall in your house just to put your mounts on.
Well, I'm going to talk to Corey about maybe, because I've got these 2 amazing gadwalls. Did you see that picture with the gadwall head? I think I saw it yesterday.
Yep.
But if I could have both those gadwalls together, I mean, they're both spectacular in their own ways. And then, so I want to have like I want to see what he can do for like a double mount with those gadwalls. Gadwall, yep. And it was a beauty. Man, we've shot 2 gadwalls this year. They're just unbelievable. All right. Nate Skate jumped up into the top 5. Jabrils. Dawson. All right. Question 6. This is from hunt number 12. Here come the mallards. Who joined Elliott on this hunt? Was it Dan and Golden, Fumbles and Simeon, Ben Page, or Jason and Hunter, a.k.a. the Turkey Slayer? Who was with me?
Looks like the pictures of Dan, so it should give it away.
Yeah. Less people don't know who Ben Page is.
They might not know his full name. Who knows?
When is your hunt with Mid Valley Mercenaries and Matt Lee?
It's a week from this weekend.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
So what's the Mid Valley Mercenaries name?
It's Titus.
Is he flying all the way out there? I take it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Jason and Hunter, aka the Turkey Slayer, and those guys will be in videos. I think more and more as time goes on. We talk all the time, but he kind of has his own hunting group. See any changes? Pretty much the same. Number 7, hunt number 13, Izzy's return. What injury did Izzy recover from? Particle in her eye, a seizure, broken arm, or torn ACL? She's staring at me right now.
Mm-hmm.
Don't look at me like that. Oh, there's the music. I'm hoping that the lag is better with this team version of it. Did you know that Izzy had a seizure on Easter morning? Did I ever tell you that?
Yeah.
She's never had any more signs of that. That was scary, and that sucked.
Yeah, I bet.
Falling all over herself.
Hmm.
All right, if you didn't get that, you just like don't hardly watch the videos at all. Either that or you should talk about that so much. All right. Top 5 is staying pretty consistent. 4 players hit a streak of 3. Number 8, hunt number 13, Izzy's return. What is the first bird Izzy retrieves on her comeback hunt? Is it a goose, mallard drake, green-winged teal, or a widgeon? Widgeon. Sometimes I spell it Widgeon. That's not right. And I cut this out of the video because I shouldn't have. I did. But on her first retrieve, Candy went out there and knocked it out of her mouth and then just left it there and came back to the shoreline. And I was screaming at that dog like I wanted to kill that dog. But I edited that out. I was screaming so angrily. I did it. So here's her comeback, triumphant comeback retrieve, and Candy goes out there and ruins it. Classic Candy. Oh man, Zach dropped out of the top 5 and Ryan jumped in. 2 more questions? Yeah, 2 more. Hunt number 14, hunting Corns Pond. This is our second hunt at Corns Pond. What do I catch Izzy eating before the hunt? Human turds, goose turds, cow turds, or a dead possum? It was gross. So I told Aiden we're gonna have a Izzy, what kind of turds does Izzy like best challenge? And the next time we're goose hunting and there's a lot of goose turds on the ice, because Izzy loves goose turds. We're gonna make a big pile of the goose turds, and then Aiden's gonna take a dump on the ice, and we're gonna blindfold Izzy, and then we're gonna see which one she goes for first. That will be the challenge. We'll see which one she prefers because she loves them both. I tell you, she loves them both.
Did you know that ducks like cow turds?
Really?
Yeah, they eat they pick the corn out of it.
Oh, man. So is that baiting if you have a cow pasture and you're hunting over cow turds?
I don't know.
Jordan, you didn't seem too excited about my what kind of turds does Izzy like challenge.
I just want to get past. I think it's pretty disgusting too.
It is gross, man. It is. I never said it wasn't gross. It's just reality. Number 14, hunting Corns Pond. Last question. Who shot the most birds on this day? It was me, Fumbles, and Corn. Was it Fumbles, Corn, Elliot, or Golden Boy? Look how sweet those white rocks look there. They look good.
Good set.
And we've really had problems on that pond, though, getting birds right into the pocket. I hope that as we continue to hunt it, we can get them. Because if you look at that picture, you see there's a lily pads out there in the middle.
Yep.
And the ducks that were coming in were wanting to land right on. It's almost like they were decoying on those. Like they look like you've heard that you can just use blocks or black cans to decoy ducks, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like they were decoying on those lily pads because they were wanting to land right on the edge of them. It was me. And here are our winners. BB Links, Jay Brells, John Christoph, Adam Mountain Tracker, and Dawson Thomas. And if you guys will email me at freelanceduckhunting@gmail.com, freelanceduckhunting@gmail.com, email me and I will set up for you everything that you get and get that stuff delivered out to you as quickly as I can. Let me take it off screen share real quick because we are not done. We still have the stop screen share, cancel. Should be good now, I think, right?
Yep.
Okay, and let me put it back on. I don't know how to put it back on both of us now, but I think that'll do it. So guys, we're not quite done yet. We're going to hand out the grand prize package. So if you have not entered, into that with the super chat, make sure that you go ahead and hit that super chat. It's that little dollar sign, and we're going to do that in just a second. And we will spin the wheel, and someone is going to win $330 worth of stuff. You're going to win a 50 state Onyx map subscription. You're going to win a HeadJak, 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 FDH branded HeadJak. You're going to win a Bailey's game call, 3D printed game call. Oh, and the TideWe wader boots. The TideWe wader boots. Man, those are seriously sweet boots. And you're going to win a Freelance Unstats year subscription. So we will give about 5-10 minutes. If you want to get your name into that drawing, every dollar that you put in is a dollar towards an entry. So go ahead and put up a couple more questions, and we'll wait just about 5 minutes or so. I'll say we'll do it. We'll do the spin at 8:45. 8:45. It's 8:37 right now. At 8:45, we will spin that wheel and see who. Last time my mom Popeye won, but I'm like, no, Popeye's not winning. I'm gonna let her win. Thanks for doing this. Any more questions? I thought I said a question. The email is freelanceduckhunting@gmail.com. freelanceduckhunting@gmail.com. Derek, thank you so much. Huh? Yeah, that's fine. So any more questions, put them up. 8:45, we'll hit that prize. And I want to thank you again, the sponsors, HeadJak, Onyx Maps, Bailey's Game Calls, TideWe. And if you want to check out their websites, make sure that you go into the description and you do that, and because we couldn't do this without their support, for sure. Ed, I am still doing Patreon. Just put some content up there today, actually. So if you want to check out Patreon, patreon.com, freelance duck hunting, you can get a lot of stuff for $1, clear up to $25. So there's a lot of different options there on Patreon. I just haven't been talking about it all that much. It's hard to balance because I don't want to over saturate with talking about things, like that nature. So Patreon is one thing I tend to kind of slip to the side as far as talking about it and promoting it. Just because I'm just trying so hard not to oversaturate my videos with that kind of thing. Have you considered doing some field hunts or exploring that? If I had more time to scout, I would do more field hunting, but field hunting takes more time to scout. So that's probably why I haven't, but I would like to. All right, Jordan, you want to take this one? What are your thoughts on the bulk decoy club decoys?
I honestly have never held them or, seen them in person. They do look a little bit smaller. I'm not sure if that makes a big difference or not, but I guess if you're looking for a cheap route, that is one option. I know there's other ones. The choice that me and Elliot actually go with is the White Rock decoys. You can get the silhouettes and windsocks. If you're going to go for a big light spread, that's what I would go for.
Yeah, and I don't know if you saw that video in Corn's Pond, but I have a small sled. It's actually Fumbles, but I use it. And in that small sled, I had 24 of the White Rock Pool 7 and Nomads, and then I had the White Rock bag with like 6 dozen. So I was bringing in like 8 dozen decoys in that tiny sled. If you want to be able to bring in big spreads, and you're dragging a sled, or if you have even like a kayak or even like our big boat, when we hit the rivers, we're going to have like 15 dozen decoys on it, just because White Rock decoys give you the opportunity to travel so lightly. And if you want to look into White Rock, there's a code FDH10. You can get 10% off. But I personally will go anytime with big spreads that are light and easy. Because that pond we're at with Corns, we wouldn't be taking any field decoys in there at all if it wasn't for White Rock. So.
Yeah. While we're on the subject of taking spreads in there with the White Rocks too, have you used that bag as a backpack?
I have not. I've seen you doing it and someone else doing it.
Yeah, so I use it as a backpack. It's great. Like I'll put just enough decoys that I can throw my blind bag in top of it, my camera gear, and then I'll put the Mojo across the top and my tripod, and then I'll close it up where it is a backpack. And then if there's anything else I need to carry in my hands, like dogs, Momarsh, or whatever, you know, then I can carry in as many decoys as I want or as can fit in that bag, and go with that. So it works out pretty nice for where you have to walk in a good distance.
Does it strap to your back pretty easily? Because I've like slung it over my shoulder. I've never tried to actually harness it like a backpack.
Once you get it on, it's fine. Sometimes I have trouble. I'm not the most flexible person to get my second arm in there, but once I can find where that strap is, because once you load it up, the straps are kind of tight to the bag, but once you get your arm in there and get it on like a backpack, it feels good.
That's interesting. I've not tried that. That's interesting. So I could just put all my blind bag stuff in there instead of using my backpack. I'll try that. Marsh Rat Outdoors, how's the socks work without hard bodies, or do you mix? You want to take that
one? You don't. I've done both. Where you mix it, especially like if I'm hunting like floaters in like a shallow spot. You still get your hard floaters and have those in your spread. And then you put your wind socks where you can in the shallower spots. As far as in the field, I think we ran a 10 to 12 dozen set a few weeks back, and it was mixed. It definitely helps giving you motion in your set, you know, because you can't run like a Mojo for geese, obviously. So having the wind socks in there helps. But Jake will tell you from White Rock that you don't have to have the hard bodies in there. You can just run the silhouettes and the wind socks and be fine.
I think they look great. You know, when we've used them twice now on in Corn Pond, I think they look great.
Yeah,
really do. And you just can't beat them for the versatility. Thank you, Matthews. Thank you, Ed. Thank you, On a Budget Outdoors. A few more minutes, guys. Go ahead and get those super chats in, and we will be doing that the grand prize drawing here in just a second. I'm gonna share a screen. I'll put it in a spinner, and it'll spin it, and if it drops on your name, you'll get that total prize package. What are you using right now for? I'm actually getting embarrassed when people ask me what I use for editing. What do you use?
Me?
Yeah,
I use Premiere Pro, and I still use Filmora. That's what I started on, and I mean, it's comparable. Like, you can do everything you need to in Filmora, but Premiere is definitely more powerful, and I don't use it to its full extent yet. But I kind of wanted to get on that boat and start figuring it out. But if I'm in a pinch and I want to get it done fast, I just jump on Filmora because I'm just more efficient in it after using it for 3 years.
I played around with the trial of Adobe, and it seemed extremely complicated just glancing at it to me.
Yeah, I mean, it is, but that's because it's so powerful.
Yeah, I've gotten really great reviews on Final Cut Pro, which is what I plan to go to. It's maybe not quite as powerful as Adobe, but I don't need it to be. I think that some of the stuff I'm doing with overlays and stuff just look cheap. Anytime you have to put on words, it's just $300. I always have something else I want to spend $300 on, so I'm still using iMovie. But I definitely need to get Final Cut Pro. I'm 2 years behind when I plan to get Final Cut Pro. So, all right, guys, we're gonna do this. I've still have some chats coming in. So I still have some super chats coming in. So we're gonna wait a couple more minutes. So I want to make sure that everyone gets to put in who wants to. John says, is that flashlight you talked about in earlier seasons still on Amazon? I'll tell you what, I don't know, but we've since gone to using Lightsall flashlights. If you go to lightsall.com, and they're working with us on Duck Gun Podcast. They've been a sponsor here of FDH Game Night, and that's what I would go to lightsall.com. They have a head flashlight that is the best. It's more powerful than almost any flashlight, just regular flashlight I've used. Well, not more powerful than their torch, but for a head flashlight, it's all world, and it's only like $35. And right now, I'm pretty sure they're running a 40% off sale right now. We don't have a discount code with them, do we, Jordan?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. So if you're looking for flashlights, lanterns, torches, headlights, I would go to Lightzall, L-I-T-E-Z-A-L-L, L-I-T-E-Z-A-L, lightzall.com. And I would check out their products because they're super high quality. That's what I would go with.
Yeah, we have had a discount code in the past, Duck Hunt 10, for 10% off. So if you're looking to purchase it, I would check that out and see if it works.
Yeah. And if not, their prices are really for the kind of equipment that they're selling. I think they could price it higher, honestly, because it's very high quality equipment. Okay. Well, I think it's time. I'm gonna set up this spinner. So last call for putting in the super chat. Last call on that. I'm gonna cut and paste this into the spinner. My little handy assistant, good old Nev. I need to settle on a nickname with Nevin because, like, Elijah's One Shot Wheezy. Nevin has had so many thousands of nicknames in his lifetime. I normally just call him Blue, but there's not like any one nickname that's stuck with him on the episodes. Okay. All right. Let me check and see if have we had any more on there. Okay. Last call. 30 seconds. I'm going to run this spinner. It's your last chance to put in a super chat. Last chance. Thank you, all of you guys that put in there. Last chance. About 15 more seconds. Is that new? Okay. Thank you, ADK Mountain Tracker. Oh, there's another one from Ed. Got to enter these. We got a couple more here. And let's go ahead and close that out now. Let me know when you have those, Nevin. Okay. All right, let me enter these into the spinner. Okay. Now I've got to... gosh, I have so many stupid windows open. It's out of control. All right, I got a screen share. Almost there, guys. Hang with me. Almost there. I'm struggling with all my screens, aren't I, Nevin? Oh, gosh, I got 1,000 of them up. I'm not even sure which one it is. I think it's
to the left.
Oh, there it is. Thank you. Shut up, Jordan. He's like looking up. That's like Nevin. I know Nevin's like, just hit that one, you idiot. All right, can everyone see it?
Yes.
Showing all right? Okay. So the winner of this, when I spin this, if your name pops up, here's what you're winning right here. This grand prize. 50 state Onyx map subscription, HeadJak hoodie beanie, TideWe wader boots, which may be the prize possession. These wader boots are awesome. As soon as I gave them to my dad, I regretted it. I didn't because he's so awesome, but they're awesome. Bailey's Game Call and Freelance Hunt Stats lifetime membership. All right. Here we go. Let's spin it. Oh, Robert's so pissed right now. Adam Newton. Robert's like, no. Adam Newton. Adam Newton is the winner. Adam, message me or email me at freelancehuntstats@youtube.com. Nope. freelancehuntstats@gmail.com. How do I get back? I am like so struggling on this. There's my calendar. Help, Jordan, help.
It's right by the trash can. One to the left. 3 to the left from the trash can now.
Oh my, I am floundering. Is it back on me now?
Yep.
I start getting, my mom's really bad about that. Like I start getting nervous about something and like your eyes no longer work.
I know what you mean.
So it's not sharing anymore, right?
No, I see you. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. So thank you guys so much for attending and participating. Really had a good time and enjoyed it. And I guess I can answer a couple more questions. I'm about ready to go, though. I'm getting kind of tired. I guess if you have last call for any questions that you guys might have. Jordan, thank you so much for joining me here and co-hosting this. And guys, make sure you check out Jordan's channel, Duck Gun Chronicles, and also they're in association with HTR. Is that just HTR, that YouTube
It's
channel?
HDR Waterfowl.
HTR Waterfowl. And get over to Facebook, Fellowship of the Duck Guns. Come join us over there, or Freelance Duck Hunting, both those channels. Check out our podcast because, man, it's growing. It's growing. Doing well.
Yeah. A lot of good stuff happening.
Hooked and Horns said that his name wasn't on there. Hooked and Horns, I will go back and look, and if we did not get your name in there, I'm sure I can probably refund it. But he's saying it wasn't in there. So Hooks and Horns, if your name wasn't in there, go ahead and email me, freelance.duckhunting@gmail.com, and I'm sure I can refund it if I'll peek and make sure. So all right, now make sure I'm on the right screen where I can actually stop this thing. There we go. All right, well, I've got another When's Your Next Video coming out, Jordan?
It's when it gets edited.
No set date. So I've got a video that I'm dying to release. Do you think I should release it tomorrow morning or Friday?
I'd say Friday.
Oh, I just want to release it really bad.
Well, just follow your heart then.
I know that I'm pretty sure I released one last Thanksgiving and didn't do very well.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably time dependent. And I don't know when the best time would be. You'd think it'd be kind of early morning.
That's what I was thinking. You know, people wake up, they got nothing to do.
Yeah.
They're on their phones after Thanksgiving dinner. They're on their phones. That was my thought process.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We'll see. All right. Well, thank you guys so much. And thanks for watching the videos, and hope to see you guys here next time that we have this event.